Welcome to the True AI podcast. Sarah Parker here, joined by Alan Hernandez. And this morning, the global conversation around artificial intelligence shifted from the theoretical halls of Bletchley Park and Paris to the industrial reality of New Delhi.
That's right, Sarah. The India AI Impact Summit 2026 opened today at the Bharat Mandapam. While previous summits focused on existential risk and safety, this gathering, the first of its kind in the global south, is focused squarely on implementation and impact. We're moving from talking about what AI might do to dealing with what it is doing to our economies.
Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the summit today, introducing the 7 Chakras framework for AI governance. However, the tone was set by a stark warning from former HCL CEO Vineet Nayar regarding what he called brutal arithmetic.
The arithmetic is simple but devastating for the status quo. Nayar warned that 50% of current global jobs are slated for displacement due to automation. While he argues that an equivalent 50% will be created in new sectors, the transition is the concern.
Precisely. The net result is 0, but the human displacement is going to cause major issues. Large corporations are signaling they will not absorb these workers, leaving the burden of job creation entirely on the startup ecosystem.
There is also a major tension regarding data sovereignty. India is debating whether to allow global LLMs to train on its vast demographic data without demanding control over the resulting models. The argument is that India's data should serve India's social good, not just corporate bottom lines in Silicon Valley.
Speaking of Silicon Valley, OpenAI has executed what many are calling a strategic masterstroke following a major fumble by Anthropic. OpenAI has officially acquired Peter Steinberger, the creator of OpenClaw.
This is a massive pivot into agentic AI. OpenClaw is the viral open-source framework that allows users to build agents that don't just chat, but act, managing emails, booking flights, and navigating software autonomously.
The backstory here is essential. OpenClaw originally used Anthropic's Claude as its default model. However, Anthropic reportedly sent a cease and desist to the project over its original name, Claudebot, claiming it sounded too much like their brand. OpenAI swooped in, offering Steinberger a partnership and a home for the project.
This also brings Moltbook into the OpenAI fold, a social network where AI agents interact with each other without human intervention. By absorbing this ecosystem, OpenAI is moving beyond the chatbot and into a multi-agent operating system.
But for the developer community, this is bittersweet. A popular, neutral open-source framework is now effectively under the control of a trillion-dollar entity. It's the closing of a once open door.
In other news, the legal battle over generative content reached a breaking point today as Disney and other major studios issued a massive cease and desist to ByteDance over its Seedance 2.0 video generator.
Disney's lawyers have accused ByteDance of a virtual smash and grab, claiming the tool was trained on a pirated library of Marvel and Star Wars content. This allows users to create hyper-realistic fan films that are indistinguishable from official studio releases.
We saw the impact of this last week when a video of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fighting went viral. It wasn't just a deepfake, it was a narratively coherent, high-fidelity scene. Hollywood screenwriters are now warning that if this technology remains unrestrained, the concept of intellectual property in film may become obsolete.
ByteDance is now restraining the tool, but the underlying weights and training methods are already circulating. We are entering an era where celebrity likenesses may be impossible to protect legally.
Finally, a disturbing investigation by The Guardian released today has exposed a critical flaw in Google's AI overviews. The report found that Google is providing direct medical advice without prominent safety warnings.
The investigation found that disclaimers stating AI responses may include mistakes are buried in small, light font at the very bottom of the results, often only visible if a user clicks Show More.
This is a high-stakes UX failure. In one documented case, the AI wrongly advised pancreatic cancer patients to avoid high-fat foods, the exact opposite of standard medical advice needed to maintain weight during chemotherapy.
Because these AI answers appear at the very top of search results, users are treating them as authoritative medical diagnoses. Unlike a human physician, the AI lacks the context of a patient's full history, creating a profound risk of misdiagnosis and delayed treatment.
We urge any listener who has a medical concern to please check with a licensed health professional for any and all medical advice. AI is not perfect, and it should not be solely relied upon to give a diagnostic or for tips on how to treat medical issues.
From the job markets of New Delhi to the digital clinics of Google, the agentic era is forcing us to redefine accountability in real time.
The technology is moving at the speed of right, while our legal and psychological frameworks are still catching up. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.